Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Chandesha Anugrahamurti, Chakradana Swarupamurti, I bless you all with Paramadvaita. I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Paramadvaita Praptiras. Om, 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 Om.
Nithyanandam, Kailasa welcomes you all to the Nityotsava celebrations. Puja is where we mirror our brains with the powerful neurological activity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, who is the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva. Here, in this auspicious moment of space-time, through this puja, we will access the higher vertical time zones. Let us now offer our heartfelt gratitude and devotion to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all his deities in Kailasas around the world.
वन्दे सिन्दूरकान्तिं शरविपिनभवम् श्रीमयूराधिरूढम् षड्वक्त्रं देवसेना मधुरिपुतनया वल्लभं द्वादशाक्षम् शक्तिं बाणं कृपाणं ध्वजमपि च कदां चाभयं सव्यहस्तैः चापं वज्रं सरोजं कटकमपि वरम् शूलमन्यैर्दधानम् सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीतरश्मिप्रभम् वराभयकराम्बुजं विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरम् प्रसन्नवदने क्षणं सकलदेवतारूपिणम् स्मरेत् शिरसि हंसकम् तदभिमानपूर्वं गुरुम् अथ धूपः ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् श्री आनन्द सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। धूपम् आघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्तिसंयुक्तं बन्धिना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम् श्री आनन्द सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। श्री आनन्द सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। नीराजनम् ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्गृह्णानीति द्वादशारत्नीरशना भवति। द्वादशमासाः संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति। पूर्वैमुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। श्री आनंद सुब्रह्मण्य स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगपट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकपत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलम् ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलम् कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलम् गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम्। परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
Participants, I bless you all with Guru Diksha. Listen, this is the direct message from Paramashiva, from KAILASA to everyone. Listen intensely. The present situation of the world, how the world is right now, the AI revolution, global warming, climate change, ocean level rising, wars, this expansionism getting legitimacy. The major global powers do not support any specific country based on right or wrong. It is based on what is in there for them. So the wars are waged or stopped based on business conclusions, profitability, business decisions. Listen, wars are not handled with the focus on global peace and justice to people, whether initiating a war, maintaining a war, or stopping a war, or giving a deluded, perverted misinformation about war to the world. Everything is done with business motive, profit motive, not with any principle, higher principles of ahimsa, not with any higher principles of non-violence, not with any higher principles of who is right, who is wrong. Understand, it is all based on benefits. Decision makers are looking at only the benefit. Seeing all this and the way it is going to affect the society, the way it is going to change the society, what you should do to survive, thrive, and live, celebrate your life. Internalize these few truths. First thing, there are many good, bad, ugly, worst, great things are going to be done due to this AI, AGI, ASI revolution. I'll give you a few good things. One, every human being alive on the planet Earth is going to have all the basic needs fulfilled. The poverty is going to be eradicated. Poverty is going to be eradicated. Poverty is going to disappear from planet Earth. That's a good news. Because poverty is not going to be anymore in the hands of few decision makers. Listen, even now, we have producing enough for the whole humanity, whether food, clothes, basic homes, shelter, material, medical care, all the basic things we need to eradicate poverty, to lift humanity from the poverty. Everything we need, we are producing, we have it. It is just the decision makers are not compassionate enough to make this available to everyone. That's a truth. That's a fact. hard but truth, hard truth. Understand, the AI is going to bring a kind of a revolution. It is going to empower common men. So the decision makers will not be able to continue to keep one section of the humanity below poverty line. Decision makers are going to lose that power. Listen, I am repeating. I am repeating. Books brought knowledge available to certain section of the people. Then social media made information available for everyone. Of course, search engines like Google, they made knowledge itself available for everyone. Now AI is going to make expertise in any field available for everyone. I tell you, last 2 decades, so much poverty has reduced. The people from below poverty line have been lifted in many countries. I can say comfortably, India, African countries. It's not because the decision makers opened. No. Common people started taking responsibility, and their simple goodness started eradicating poverty everywhere. The way people have started spending for charity has drastically gone up in India, African countries, in many third world countries, the so-called third world countries. I was thoroughly studying, analyzing all this information. I was actually working intensely to see what all the great contributions, the good things brought by social media, Google, when the knowledge, information was made available to everyone, what all the things happened, I could see clearly. When common people started taking responsibility to eradicate the poverty in their local regions, naturally decision makers are pushed to take decision to eradicate the poverty. The common man's sentiment to raise people from below poverty line, to remove poverty, to bring basic need for everyone. The innate goodness in common men is awakened. Listen. I'm not saying everything social media did is good. I am listing the good things it has brought. Of course, there is some other different things, different sides and all that. We will discuss that later. Now I'll talk about the good things. Same way, the expertise is going to be made available for everyone in any field is going to eradicate poverty. It's going to change the whole way we all exist. Food, shelter, medical care, all survival needs are going to be made available to everyone, almost zero cost. Whatever now I am talking is going to become reality within this decade. Within this decade. The way it is happening, I strongly feel it may happen within next 3 years. As I was telling, 2027, Nithyananda Purnima. So listen, only thing humanity needs right now is get conscious access to the superconscious happening in you. Listen, I wanted to make one more statement. Even in the beginning, I clearly told, whoever is going to be alive, that word you need to understand, because the decision makers' sadist mental setup is going to get more aggravated when they see many of their powers are lost and getting democratized. Listen, decision makers always want to make people feel, common men feel the need of the decision makers. I am not talking only about the politicians. I am talking about everyone. The decision makers, that category, it includes politicians, religious heads, social media, social influencers, all those who have responsibility and who are power centers. All of them always wanted to make common man feel about their existence, and common men should always feel that the decision makers are needed, whether in the field of judiciary, police, legislatures, or media, in any field, the top barons, the decision makers, want to make the world feel, common men feel the power of their presence, and they want common men to feel that these decision makers are needed for the survival of these common men. So be very clear. Because the AI is going to make many powers, possibilities available to all, the level of democracy is going to grow more and more. So naturally, the decision makers are going to feel insecure. Their sadist mind is going to get aggravated. And they are going to enter into many wars. to show their existence. So listen. If you are going to survive, this various kinds of wars going to be pushed on humanity. You need conscious access to the superconscious happening in you to survive and thrive the AI revolution. If you are going to be killed, if you are going to disappear in these various wars which is going to come on humanity in various levels, even then you need conscious access to superconscious happening in you. Paramashiva is the superconscious happening in you, because that superconscious happening in you, you feel you are alive. So the source of your first person, source of the existence of your first person is the superconscious happening called Paramashiva. So understand, whether you are going to be killed in war or you are going to be alive after the war, whatever, both category needs conscious access to superconscious happening. I tell you, many things on which the whole civilization is built, many building blocks, foundation stones of civilization, like the power of money, political power, the power due to the knowledge, the power of knowledge, power of money, power of politics, all this is going to lose power over common men. I am repeating, common men is not going to be affected, their lives are not going to be affected or controlled anymore by these power centers. A lot of people are going to be liberated from these power centers. These power centers are going to be irrelevant, redundant for a large number of people. I can say almost like 99% of the people are not going to be controlled anymore by these money power centers, knowledge power centers, political power centers. So don't waste your time in focusing your energies on getting money power or political power. See, I'm not saying don't work. Work to run your life. Don't run behind the political powers, because it is going to become irrelevant. Very soon, the whole world is going to have kind of a global government. So if you focus and run using all your energies towards the political power, you will look fool in your own eyes. You will look stupid in your own eyes. You will suddenly feel you are redundant and irrelevant even though you have political powers. So understand, same way this knowledge power, many people feel that they are very powerful if they focus their energies on acquiring knowledge and becoming a knowledge power. The expertise makes them, they are irreplaceable. No. Your time is over. All expertise is now going to become democratized and made available to all due to AI. There is no field experts can have power over others, because AI is going to take over and make the expertise available for everyone, whole world. The way the AI revolution is happening, AGI revolution is happening. Actually, I feel now AI has become old. The AGI and ASI, only AGI and ASI as future. AI has become old already. The way the AGI and ASI is going to take over the world, I tell you, all those who feel they are relevant to society because they are power centers, because they are centers of money power, because they are centers of political power, all of them are going to become irrelevant and redundant. I am repeating again and again and again. Really, you need to put your time and energy only towards getting conscious access to the superconscious happening in your life. Listen, your life is nothing but the time and energy you have. That's all is your life. The major two component of your life is the time you have and the energy you have. Both are produced from consciousness. Consciousness is the raw material from which time and energy both are manifested. That is why Sarabeshwara, one wing of Sarabeshwara is Kali, Pratyangira. Kali is time. Another wing of Sarabeshwara is Shulini Durga, Shakti. Sarabeshwara as time as one wing, energy as another wing. He is consciousness from which both manifested. Listen, Sarabeshwara's one side is Kali. Kali is what? Time. The other wing is Sulini Durga, energy. Sarabeshwara is the consciousness. So, from consciousness, this time and energy manifests. Listen. Time is Kali, Pratyangara. Energy is Sulini Durga. Both manifest from consciousness. You focus your time and energy towards the superconscious happening to have conscious access to the superconscious happening. You can see this side. The right wing of Sarabeshwara is Kali. She's time. Listen. In Kailasa, I'm going to make all Kailasa citizens. Their first priority is to have conscious access to the superconscious happening in them. Listen. Listen. Once again, sorry for the technical glitch. Listen. All the major changes the world is going to face due to AI revolution, AGI revolution, ASI revolution, wars, climate change, global warming, oceans rising, everything. Seeing all these possibilities and probabilities, I sincerely recommend and request all of you human beings, oh human beings, focus all your energies, your time and energy to get conscious access to the superconscious happening in you by focusing on the source of your first person. You feel your first person, your existence. The source of that first person is superconscious happening. Focus on the source of that first person, your first person. Get conscious access to the superconscious happening, then you will have any amount of time you need, any amount of energy you need, anything you need, because time and energy is produced from consciousness. Today, I am giving this as Guru Walk for all my disciples and all citizens of Kailasa. Make this as your first priority. Focus on the source of your first person. Get conscious access to the superconscious happening in you. Understand? That is the best way to make your life most productive. To make your life most productive. when I open Kailasa, I am going to make only this as a first priority for all those who come to Kailasa. The only focus should be on getting conscious access to superconscious happening and manifesting that superconscious happening consciously in every dimension of your life, every sphere of your life, every phase of your life. Soon I'll be opening the Kailasa for all of you. I'm just waiting for some final touch. With Paramashiva's grace, almost much is done. We need some little seed money to run Kailasa's bank and Kailasa's World Trade Center and all those things. To run like a regular nation, we need seed money. We are doing it. Paramashiva is doing it. And of course, devotees, all of you are working hard sincerely. It's happening. Soon I'll open it. I'll make this place a real Kailasa. Real Kailasa, where people can have conscious access to Paramashiva, conscious access to superconscious happening as a lifestyle. Morning when you get up, the yoga you do will give conscious access to superconscious happening Paramashiva. Then puja you do, or the satsang, every action, the food you eat, everything you do will give you successfully conscious access to superconscious happening. Really, human beings need this as priority in your life. All human beings, listen, one more thing. Only human beings have the possibility of consciously accessing the superconscious happening. See, other animals have consciousness. I'm not saying they don't have consciousness, but only human being has evolved to that level of consciousness which he can divert it, focus it, and consciously access the superconscious happening. The need of the humanity right now for survival, for thriving, for expanding, to do anything. The need is have conscious access to superconscious happening in you. Vinayaka Shrikanta is asking the question, could you please explain what do you mean by conscious access to superconscious happening? Listen. You are all aware you exist. You are all conscious about your existence. You are there. You are alive. You can be conscious about your thoughts, your body, your actions, your existence. You feel the first person you exist, that I, the first person exists in every one of you. The source of that first person is a superconscious happening, who is master of everything happening in the universe. Have conscious access to that superconscious happening, then not only you are liberated, you are free. You can manifest anything you want as you want. Many times people come and ask me, Swamiji, is there life after death? I tell them, hey, find out, do you have life before death first? Forget about life after death. Find out, do you have life before death? Life before death can be experienced only if you get conscious access to the source of your first person. Listen, before any thought started happening in you, you existed. After all thoughts wither away, and you get into the space where you can't even have thoughts, even after that, you are going to exist. Who is that who exists before all my thoughts started? Before even my first thought started? Who is that who is going to exist even after my last thought? Have conscious access to that first person source on which the Aham is established, on which the Aham is established, from which the Aham Spurana is happening, from which that Pratyagatma Spurana is happening, from which you feel your Atma Spurana. Have conscious access to that superconscious happen. Listen to this satsang repeatedly 2-3 times. Contemplate within you with source questions, the questions which can make your life with a deep quest, the questions which makes your life as a deep quest. Only the Anubhuti can be Uttara. Anubhuti only can be the answer. Experience only can be answer to these questions. Those ultimate questions, Parama Prashnas. Who am I? Koham. From where am I? To where am I? From when am I? How am I? Why am I? All these questions put together will make your life as quest. Will make your life as quest. I tell you, if you are spending all your time and energy to have conscious access to the superconscious happening, and your neighbors and friends and the people known to you, relatives, friends, all of them are spending their time and energy in becoming political power center or economical power center or knowledge power center. Now they may laugh at you. Ah, see this fellow. He has gone behind that KAILASA Nithyananda and sitting just like that Nithyananda all the time, focusing on the source of the first person, trying to have a conscious access to the superconscious happening. They may laugh at you now, but after 3 years, just after 3 years, you will be laughing at them because they will all be redundant and irrelevant to themselves and humanity and for what they ran. What was the force of their life? Focus of their life is neither going to be useful for them nor going to be useful for the world, and they are not going to be relevant to society and humanity. They will be redundant, but you will be relevant because the only thing which is going to sell, which is going to be relevant to the world is methodology, process of having conscious access to superconscious happening. That's the only thing AI cannot do, and whoever has mastered that can help people in that direction are going to be relevant, and they are going to be the leaders and influencers, power centers of the future. Be very clear. If you start practicing, start having the experience, you will be able to easily transmit it to others. Only those who has conscious access to superconscious happening, only those who can transmit this to others, who can help others to have a conscious access to the superconscious happening, are only going to be relevant in the future. They will only be relevant to humanity. They will only be the power centers. The future is not going to be in the hands of political power centers, economical power centers, or knowledge power centers. It is going to be in the hands of spiritual power centers. If you are living a middle class life, if you did not make too much wealth, or if you did not become knowledge power center or political power center or economical power center, don't worry. I have a good news for you. AI is going to make all economical power centers, political power centers, and knowledge power centers redundant, irrelevant to humanity. Just in next few years, the whole thing is going to change drastically. So focus your energies and time other than your survival things which you need to do. The basic things you need to do. Other than that, put all your energies and time focused to have conscious access to superconscious happening. Do not miss even one day darshan. Come and sit here and I tell you, all the right way you need to consciously focus to get superconscious access, to get the conscious access to the superconscious happening, all the right things you need, right thought currents, right focus, everything, I'll make it happen for you. Do not miss even one day darshan. Come and sit every day in darshan. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time means come for darshan. 7 to 9 EST. Give it for darshan. Come and sit. With the grace of Paramashiva, I can easily trigger the right thought currents, right focus, and give you the conscious access to superconscious happening in you. I am seeing the message from Vinayaka Shrikanta. Swamiji, thank you Swamiji for answering and clarifying. Hearing to your statements regarding where to focus itself has brought tremendous completion in me. Blessings. Listen, Vinayaka Shrikanta, not only for you, for every one of you I am telling. Get a Zoom link. It's free. It's after all free for all of you. Anyone can get a Zoom link. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Come and sit. These 2 hours, give it to me. I will trigger right thought currents you need. I will focus your all energies and I'll make sure you get the conscious access to superconscious happening, Paramashiva, in you. Om. Om. Om.
Nithyanandam, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.
As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Sadashiva Murti, I bless you all. With Paramadvaita, all the Paramashivoham program, level 1, Paramashivoham program, level 2, Paramashivoham program, level 3. I bless you all today with Nirvana Diksha, initiation into infusing Turiyatita energy in you. All the participants who went through, going through Paramashivoham program level 1, Paramashivoham program level 2, Paramashivoham program level 3, I bless you all with Nirvana Diksha, infusing Turyatita into your body and mind. Oh, oh, oh. I initiate you all and bless you all to be in the space of Ishvara. Ishvaratva Praptiras. You will all be able to own up to your Panchakritya. You create your lives, you manifest it, you sustain it, you rejuvenate it, you pull yourself out of delusion, you liberate yourself. Oh, oh, oh. Paramashivasya Sadashivamurti Paramavatare Aham Bhavataha Sarvan Paramatvaita Praptaye Asirvadam. Aham Paramashivoham Ityedasya Pratama Dvitiya Tritiya Staranam Sarvan Pratibhaginaha Dikshe Nirvana Diksha Sarire Manasi Cha Turyavastha Diksha. Oh, Ishvara Tulyabhavasya Diksha Asmaham Jivani Panchakritya Uttaradayitva Srikaranam Ishvaratayam Sthavanach. Oh, oh, oh. பரம்பொருளின் பரமவெளிப்பாடான சதாசிவமூர்த்தியாக உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் பரமாத்வைதத்தை அருளி ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவோகம் முதல் நிலை, இரண்டாம் நிலை, மூன்றாம் நிலை தியான வகுப்பில் கலந்து கொள்ளும் அனைவருக்கும் உடல் மன அமைப்புக்குள் துரியாதீதத்தை உட்செலுத்துவதற்கான நிர்வாண தீட்சையளித்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கையில் நிகழும் பஞ்ச கிருத்திய செயல்களுக்கும் நீங்களே மூலம் என்பதை பொறுப்பேற்று என்பதை உணர்ந்து ஈஸ்வரத் தன்மையில் பரமாத்ம இருப்பு பரிமாணத்தில் நிலைத்து இருக்கும் ஈஸ்வர தீட்சை அளித்து ததாட நிலையளித்து உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் அனுபவமாய் அளித்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். ஓ ஓ ஓ. I welcome all the KAILASA Vasis, the new KAILASA Vasi applicants waiting for initiation, all the Sarvanya Pita intention, manifester, Yajaman, Kartas who are waiting to be initiated and showered with more wealth. I welcome all of you with my blessings. Listen, all the Kailasavasis, if you are already initiated and in Kailasa, are waiting to get initiated, become Kailasavasi. Listen. Even the Sarvanyapita Sankalpa means intention. Manifestors, Yajamans, Kartas, Ishwar, all of them, listen. Fundamental truth to manifest intense energy is non-violence. Listen carefully. Listen intensely. I am not talking about non-violence as just a moral or a methodology to coexist. That and all is a small introduction to non-violence. It's a very beginner's level introduction. Listen to the truth deeply. See, in Hinduism, there are at least 1,000 authentic traditional yoga sampradayas, like Yoga Sampradaya of Patanjali, Yoga Sampradaya of Kamikagama, Yoga Sampradaya of Kiranagama. You should know very clearly. Yoga Sampradaya of Kiranagama is different from the Yoga Sampradaya of Kamikagama. Yoga Sampradaya from the Upanishads. See, Upanishads have specific Yoga Upanishads. You should know Upanishads have 11 branches. Saiva Upanishads separately. A bunch of Upanishads are Shaiva Upanishads. A bunch of Upanishads are Sakta Upanishads. Bunch of Upanishads are Vaishnava Upanishads. Bunch of Upanishads are Sannyasa Upanishads. There is a bunch of Upanishads are Yoga Upanishads. The Yoga Sampradaya in Yoga Upanishads are different in its presentation and definitions, teaching, than the Yoga Upanishads in Patanjali. Sorry, Yoga tradition in Patanjali. Yoga Upanishads, how they define yoga, how they guide people into yogic practices are different from the Yoga Sampradaya in Agamas. It is various expressions for various level seekers. So understand. For example, Patanjali's method is called Ashtanga Yoga. 8 steps or 8 parts. Anga cannot be translated into step. Ashtanga means 8 part. All 8 should be practiced simultaneously and spontaneously. Paramashiva's Agama, the Yoga Pada in Agama has only Shashtanga Pada, 6 parts. It's not that Paramashiva is removing 2 parts from Patanjali, or Patanjali is not adding 2 parts extra than Paramashiva. It's a way of expressing. When Paramashiva revealed Agama, to whom he was revealing, what was needed? He revealed that when Paramashiva describes yoga, to whom he is revealing, for that person, he speaks what is needed at that time. When Patanjali makes it into Ashtanga Yoga, when Paramashiva reveals, it is Shashtanga Yoga. When Patanjali reveals, it is Ashtanga Yoga. He makes it into 8. When Paramashiva revealed, it was 6. 6 parts of yoga, Shashtanga Yoga. When Patanjali reveals, he makes it into Ashtanga Yoga. He adds Yama Niyama. He makes it Ashtanga Yoga, 8 part. Now listen, all this, the yoga described, yoga tradition of Yoga Upanishads, yoga tradition of Kamikagama, yoga tradition of Kiranagama, yoga tradition of Patanjali, all the different yoga sampradayas have something common. All of them agree on one point. The first point to start yoga is ahimsa. Whether Patanjali's Yama Niyama, you should know, in the first pada in this Ashtanga of Patanjali, 8 parts, the first part it describes Yama. In that, the first Yama is ahimsa. All yoga sampradayas make ahimsa the first value to begin. I'll explain why. Listen to it deeply, because it will help you in your life to be successful. Fundamentally, violence, whether cherished inside and did not express because you don't have a courage, or you are waiting for the situation, or you are trying to be very strategic and you have not yet got the situation to manipulate, whether just cherished inside and not manifested, or manifested in any form, whether in the Vyakta form or Avyakta form, violence drastically reduces the energy flow of your life. It stops your energy flow, stops you moving towards your right goal for your fulfillment. It reduces the speed of your energy flow. It reduces the energy to run your day-to-day life. It allows multiple other stinking toxins to grow in you, and ultimately leads to self-destruction. I'm telling you, any form of violence, you should know that. Any form of violence. I am repeating myself because I wanted all of you to understand from various angles. See, any truth, only if you understand the truth from multiple angles, from your personal angle, from your emotional aspect, from your intellectual aspect, from your core being, and from the aspect of a society, from the view of people around you, in every aspect, and ultimately from the aspect of the whole humanity, from every aspect, from every dimension. If you understand the truth, it will become a cognition in you. It will just become a cognition in you. I want you to experience ahimsa, non-violence, as a cognition in you. I tell you, many times people ask me, especially this people who are practicing sannyasa, they come and ask me, Swamiji, brahmacharya, in the 5 vows of yama, ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya. In that 5 vows, brahmacharya seems to be most difficult to practice, but why ahimsa is kept as the first, pratama? Listen. All of you listen to this truth. When your blood becomes cool by 40 or 50, after that brahmacharya will become too easy. It will not be that difficult or complicated. When your body is tired and wants to retire, brahmacharya becomes easy, not that complicated. It is just, you need to have a simple understanding to live your life. But if the violence gets into your system, if your cognition is built with violence, not only till death, even after death, you can't get out of violence. You will be carrying it. Your decisions will be centered on it. Violence makes you worst evil. Not just for others, for yourself. Violence is the root cause of all mental illnesses, whether it is fear, anxiety, any types of phobia, restlessness, depression, everything stems from violence. When you make your violence almost nil, the layer of violence in you reduces. Your day-to-day cognitions, your day-to-day lifestyle, your day-to-day energy flow gets centered on non-violence, suddenly as an experience you will start seeing everything, everyone as manifestation of Paramashiva. Listen. Everything, everyone as manifestation of Paramashiva. Only thing stops you seeing everyone as Paramashiva, seeing everything as Paramashiva, is violence. You should know very clearly. When your being reduces in violence frequency, gets detoxed from violence, the non-mechanical parts of your brain gets awakened. You will strategize from the larger vision of life, even to have money or power or name and fame, attention, anything you want. I tell you, if your life is centered on ahimsa, non-violence, and you start making decisions, one, your whole non-mechanical parts of the brain will be awakened. It will be so alive, so energetic. Not only whole day, whole night, whole life, you will feel so much of energy physically, emotionally. You will never be drained. You will be so alive. Those functioning with violence in their cognition, even if they appear to be having wealth or name and fame, the so-called success in the society, they will not have energy. They will be just dragging their life. Don't you see every other day some celebrity collapsing in depression and dying as if they don't have money or they don't have name and fame, they don't have attention, they don't have a power, they have everything, but they don't have life. Listen, life energy oozes in you. You become bubbly. You become a being like Paramashiva. When your cognition, when your core centers itself on non-violence, violent person, even if he appears to be successful, even if you think he is successful, his strategies will not be with a larger vision of life. He might have just grabbed it, something from someone, just a fluke. He may be having some wealth or some attention, some name and fame, some power, some status and all that. But he will not be having life. I am repeating, listen. Non-violent person not only will have strategy, not only will have wealth, name and fame, success, health, all, he will have life. He will have life. Many times people try to come and tell me, Swamiji, if we are violent, we may not have life after death, but at least this life looks very successful with the strategies from violence. No. Before bothering about life after death, first see, do you really have life, during living? Violent person will be crippled consciously. He will just be consciously crippled with so much of self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. It is literally like a consciously crippled. Foundation, fundamental truth for life is non-violence. Non-violence. I tell you, if you are interested in manifesting limitless energy, boundless energy, decide to make non-violence as your source, core cognition, as the center from which you operate. Many times people try to come and tell me, Swamiji, are you not making people weak by constantly repeating and teaching non-violence? Listen. I am making people really strong. I am making people really consciously strong. Powerful people make powerful places, and in turn powerful places make powerful people. Powerful people and powerful places together makes powerful ecosystem. Kailasa is a powerful ecosystem. Whether you are a Kailasavasi who are already living in our Kailasas, or you are Kailasavasi waiting to get initiated and to come and live in Kailasa, or Sarvanyapita intention, Yajaman, manifester, Yajaman, Karta, Ishwar, anyone. See, if you are a SJP, you are practically like a Kailasavasi from your own home. You are practically living for Kailasa, with Kailasa from your own home. Means you are making your home and your atmosphere, your ecosystem as Kailasa ecosystem. So you are naturally become E-Kailasavasi. So understand, whether you are Kailasavasi or Sarvanyapita, part of Sarvanyapita, anything. Center yourself on non-violence, you will find best things in your life. And one more thing, when I teach you non-violence, not only I teach you, I am giving you my protection. Paramashiva gives you abhaya. Just go on deciding, strategizing from non-violence. I commit. I'll protect you. You will be protected. Mahakala Bhairava, my Bhairavas and Rudras will be around you, protecting you. Do not worry about others' violence towards you. When I teach, I'm not just teaching you, I give you protection also. Rest, relax in Paramashiva, relax in Paramashanta, enjoy, celebrate being cool, ultimate coolness. There is nothing worthy to get to the level of violence to be achieved. Listen, there is nothing worthy to be achieved in this whole universe by becoming violent, means losing yourself. Getting into the space of violence is losing yourself, delusion, deluding yourself. From your Paramashiva state, you are pulled into the delusion by ego, always through fear. When the fear is triggered in you, you get deluded and start manifesting violence. That's it. After that, you are a shit. You will do anything your ego says, your delusion says. Living in your Paramashivatva, Paramashiva Pada, the source space in your absolute pure existence, in you as you, that state, that space can never be taken away from you if you decide, all my strategy, whether my strategies for my health, my strategies for my wealth, my strategies for the success, my strategies for name and fame, my strategies to get attention or what I need, anything I will strategize, operate centered on non-violence. With violence, violent strategy, violence-centric strategy. If you are making millions, that also dragging yourself. With a non-violence centered, you will just make billions. With bubbly, excited, intense, energetic life. Above all, millions or billions or trillions, with non-violence, you will have you. You will have you. I am telling you repeatedly. Kailasa lifestyle will be great success for you if you just decide non-violence. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Grounding in non-violence, grounding in ahimsa, will bring not just health, it will make your system exuberant, vibrant, alive. Whether you are Kailasian or E-Kailasian, all SJP, intention manifester, Yajaman, Karta, Ishwar, all of you, I call as ecosystem of Kailasa. Whether you are inside the ecosystem of Kailasa or you yourself are becoming ecosystem of Kailasa, decide this fundamental truth. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. You will see so much of peace, joy, energy, exuberance, excitement, all auspiciousness in your life, core of your life. Just deciding to be non-violent will give you so many business breakthrough, so many relationship breakthrough, so many lifestyle breakthrough, so much health breakthrough, so much progress in your life. The only toxin pulls you down from Paramashiva state is violence. The first amendment of Kailasa's constitution, first amendment is Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Listen. Listen I'll elaborately explain. The first amendment is actually the first truth. The fundamental constitutional right you are given by Kailasa constitution is the right to be Paramashiva. Think you are Paramashiva. Feel you are Paramashiva. Believe you are Paramashiva. Treat everyone as Paramashiva and expect to be treated as Paramashiva by others. You have right to be treated as Paramashiva by others. This is a fundamental constitutional right Kailasa constitution gives you. First amendment of Kailasa. You have a right to be treated as Paramashiva by others. The best and only way this is possible is by realizing Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. The only toxin pulls you down from this you being Paramashiva, you seeing everyone as Paramashiva, and you being treated by others as Paramashiva. The only toxin which disturbs this whole life flow is violence. If you drop violence, first you will see yourself as Paramashiva. You will see everyone around you as Paramashiva. You will naturally attract people around you who will treat you as Paramashiva. Your whole life becomes Paramashiva. I tell you. You actually define yourself inside you not just by what you believe as you, by what others believe as you and how others treat you, all put together. You start building you. So the best way to build you is you cognizing yourself as Paramashiva, and everyone around you also cognizes you and treats you as Paramashiva, is the best way to build your core cognitions and core identity. Ramakrishna has a beautiful example. He says, Ganga flows. There is a bamboo floating in the Ganga. Because of that bamboo, it looks like this side of Ganga and that side of Ganga. You just remove the bamboo, Ganga is Ganga. Same way, everything is Paramashiva. You are Paramashiva, others are, everyone is Paramashiva, everything is Paramashiva. If you just put the violence called bamboo, it looks like I, you, this side of Paramashiva, that side of Paramashiva. Me, you. If you just remove that bamboo called violence, it's all Paramashiva. It's all Paramashiva. Bring the cool energy of non-violence, Paramashanta, non-violence, Paramashanta. Life is absolute joy. All toxins will leave your system when you just lift this bamboo of violence from Ganga. The flow of Paramashiva. Paramashiva Shaktipada. Paramashiva Shaktinipada flows in you when you lift this toxin called violence. Whether you are coming to Kailasa or manifesting Kailasa from wherever you are, the core truth is make your life centered non-violence. Make yourself centered non-violence. Non-violent. Everything will follow. Listen. All the Sarvanyapita intention, manifestors, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Sarvanyapita Kartas, Sarvanyapita Adishwars, all of you know one truth. Paramashiva showers wealth on you. He always protects you. Now, as Paramashiva's Sadashiva Murti, as Paramashiva's own manifestation, ultimate manifestation, Keshavartha Murti and Sri Srinivasa Parabrahma. I bless you all. You will all be showered with enormous wealth. All the spaciousness. You all already know you are getting showered, and I again recommit and reinitiate and again bless you all. You will all be showered more and more and more. And I initiate all of you. All the intentions, Sarvanyapita intentions will become evolve to Sarvanyapita manifestors. All Sarvanyapita manifestors will evolve to become Sarvanyapita Yajaman. All Sarvanyapita Yajamans will evolve and become Sarvanyapita Kartas. All Sarvanyapita Kartas will evolve and become Sarvanyapita Adishwar. Blessings to all of you. Same way, all those who are waiting to be initiated into Kailasa Vasis, Krama Brahmacharya, Naishtika Brahmacharya, Apat Sannyas, Gurukul, Grihastha order, Vanaprastha, all waiting to be initiated. For all of you also I bless. All of you will become successful Kailasa Vasis and achieve oneness, Paramadvaita. Understand? Just make your life non-violence centric. Non-violence centric. I am here. Paramashiva is here for you to shower all the auspicious, all the best things of life. All those who are waiting to get into Kailasa, waiting for Kailasa visa, residency, all of you start practicing Kailasa lifestyle from now. Start doing morning yoga. Start practicing non-violence, not just in your food, even the way you live. Bring more and more non-violence. Bring more and more peace, bliss. I also want to tell you, we have more sovereign lands than I revealed on Guru Purnima. On Guru Purnima, I revealed only few. We have more embassies. I mean, not just spiritual embassy, even the embassies with diplomatic relations with that government. We already have more embassies, more autonomous territories, and more sovereign lands. I am forming each team separate for each campus. The male sannyas campus separately, female sannyas campus separately, grihasthas who are already married with kids separately. So their kids can have Gurukul. The female sannyas campus will be separate. The grihasthas with kids, their campus will be separate. The Gurukul will be next to the grihasthas campus so that the grihasthas kids can go to Gurukul during daytime and come back during night time and stay with their parents. And we also have a residential Gurukul. Like, parents are not Kailasavasis, they stay in different countries, but they want their kids to study in Kailasa's Gurukul. You can take the option of residential Gurukul. And we have universities. And I want all of you to know, university not just in Hinduism, even the secular subjects, history, maths, science, medicine, even in the secular subject, we are beginning Gurukul, we are beginning university, entering even into that field. All of you should know. Maybe you are surprised or shocked. Swamiji is entering even into that field. Yes, we are. Because we need to give the world the Hindu perspective of medicine, history, maths, science, everything from Hindu perspective. The Hindu knowledge system, from that we need to share world. We need to produce modern medical doctors with the ancient enlightened Hindu medicinal knowledge grounding. So we are entering into all those fields, and we are also having a separate campus as a World Trade Center. You should understand. The World Trade Center is planned with the principle like Singapore. That's a plan. Maybe earlier satsangs I told, now I am repeating. The male sannyas order and its campus is designed with the foundational principles of Ramakrishna Mission for Shaivite tradition. The female sannyas order and its campus is designed with the foundational principles like Sarada Mission for Shaivite tradition. The Grihastha campus is designed with the principles of Araval, Pondicherry for Shaivite tradition. And Gurukul is designed, if you want to know how our Gurukul is designed, you can just go on Google and watch the Gurukul of ISKCON Mayapur. ISKCON Mayapur is an amazing Gurukul. That and ISKCON is running a Badrigashram Gurukul. Watch these two. You will have an idea. The same principles, but for Shaivism. If you want to know how our World Trade Center, Hindu World Trade Center campus will look like, Google and study Singapore's principles. The law, principles, system, foundational ideas of Singapore. It look exactly like that for Shaivite Hindu tradition with Hindu economical principles. So this is the way each campus is evolved and evolving. It will be evolving for, it's eternally evolving. Understand? Time will make Hindus understand what I contributed for Hinduism. Time will make whole humanity understand by reviving Hindu civilizational nation what I contributed to the whole humanity. Only time will tell. All of you should understand. When Paramashiva gave darshan and revealed to me, it is time stop diverting attention on other things and focus on Vedagama. Anyhow, usually when he says, he does, that's all. There is nothing else, and just he started manifesting. he started doing. Now I understand the great temples of Sanatana Hindu Dharma is standing tall till not just because they are built in stone, because of the software of the temple also is built from eternal consciousness. Listen. Hardware of the temple ecosystem is stone temple, which you see physically with your physical eyes. Software of the temple ecosystem is agamas. That keeps the temple ecosystem alive, living, which gives you the experience of Paramashiva. Still, Sanatana Hindu Dharma is alive. The great, tall South Indian temples are alive, not just because they are stone structures, but because their software is from eternal consciousness, which defeats time, which defies time, which stands tall, defying time, which is agamas. Just like the stone is one of the hardest material in the outer world for construction, agamas is one of the most powerful software from the inner world, from the consciousness. Stone is the best material to build temple outside. Agamas are the best software from the consciousness, both together. Stone temple and agamic software together. The ecosystem defies time, stands tall forever. That is why I repeat, in the Myanmars, secular pens down 63 individual Myanmars, great saints, and 9 group called Togayadiyar, 9 group. If you go to any Shaivite temple and count those Myanmar deities, it will not be 63. It will be actually 63 Myanmars and then this 9 group. The 9 group also will have a deity. Then secular will be there. It will be almost 73 in all temples usually. This 9 Togayadiyar, this 9, listen, I am repeating, the 63 Shaiva saints are more like a museum value, archives value, the glory of the past to inspire you to build your future. But this Togayadiyar, this 9 group is the continuity of the software continuity of that ecosystem. The Togayadiyar group, Tillaival Andanar, Poyyadimayillada Pulavar, Pattarai Panivar, Paramanaye Paduvar, Sittattai Sivanbale Vaittar, Tiruvarur Pirandar, Muppodundirumeni Tinduvar, Murnir Busiya Munivar, Appalum Madisarndar. This 9 group that keeps the whole Veda Agamic ecosystem alive. If you want to revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma, revive these 9 groups in your tradition. This 9 group is not unique to Shaivite tradition. There is an equivalent in Vaishnava tradition, Sakta tradition, in all traditions. So, this 9 group, Shaiva tradition is more defined and very precisely it describes and details and elaborates. But in other traditions also there is equivalent. These people are the continuation of the ecosystem. Focus should be reviving this 9 group. Kailasa also, the focus is reviving this 9 group. I tell you, at the age of 3, my gurus gave me Balasanyas and made my first Chaturmasya happen, and now 44th Chaturmasya we are doing. These 44 years, I should say till my gurus were in the body, till 1994, I can say that I was under training at their feet. Then I think 1995, they handed over, they did Yoga Pattabhishekam and handed over everything, and they started sitting in Jiva Samadhi. From that time, I started working, enriching. Till my gurus were there, I should say it is more like a training period for me. I was getting trained and learning. That was a different kind of work. After my gurus sat in Jiva Samadhi and gave the responsibility to me, I started working. From that time, 1994 to now, 2024, 30 years, 80% of my energy I spent in creating, reviving this 9 group, this Togayadiyar group, because real revival need to start by reviving these 9 groups, all the anti-Hindu elements. They first attack these 9 groups. Because once you eliminate and destroy these 9 groups, there is nothing more to be destroyed in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. If you destroy these 9 groups, temples are nothing more than just a tourism spot, like how the pyramids are. It has only tourism value. Like archive piece, monument to tell the past glory. Temples are not our past glory. Temples are our present glory. When the British took over the temples, actually, when Islamic invasion happened, they demolished, they destroyed software, hardware, both. It was brutal. Hardware, software, both they finished it off. When British took over, systematically they dismantled the software. This 9 group is dismantled. Snatch the temples away from them, these 9 groups. Dismantle these 9 groups. Till we have not recovered. Till we have not recovered. Be very clear. Till we have not recovered. Don't be in a delusion after independence we have recovered. No. All over the world, even these temples built in last 100 years, all over the world, whether Hindus migrated from Sri Lanka, India, Mauritius, Ghana, anywhere they start building temples everywhere. Only those sampradayas, those temples, those traditions which focused on reviving this Togayadiyar group is flourishing. Being a functional temple means when somebody walks in, they experience the glimpse of enlightenment. Paramashiva, or the deity enshrined in the temple, experience the altered state of consciousness, the transcendental plane. If you enter into a Shiva temple, you should experience Kailasa. If you enter into a Vishnu temple, you should experience Vaikunta. If you enter into the Shakta temple, you should experience Sripuram. If you enter into any temple, you should experience the loka of that God, that deity enshrined in the temple. That happens only in those temples where the energy, effort was put to revive this Togayadiyar group. I am so happy. Repeatedly tell people about ISKCON, about Nallur Murugan temple, because they all have put so much energy in the right direction of reviving this Togayadiyar group. Kailasa is fundamentally the revival of this Togayadiyar group. I tell you, 80% of my time I spent on reviving. Only 20% I spent on building hardware. 80% of my time I spent in reviving the software. Now, Paramashiva's grace, Kailasa is successful because my energy was centered on reviving the software. I tell you, single, non-corrupt devotee or a disciple, one devotee with integrity, no corruption, takes Sambhavana, which is open and transparent, and runs his life and his work is equivalent to $1 billion for Sanatana Hindu Dharma. For the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, a single non-corrupt integrated devotee is equivalent to $1 billion. Because Sanatana Hindu Dharma and the followers of Sanatana Hindu Dharma are too rich. You should know, all first world countries, list it: US, Canada, UK, Australia, France. In all first world countries, richest ethnic minority is Hindus. It means what? We are loaded with money. Continuously I am being asked by media, followers, devotees everywhere through the social media. The biggest question: how can you run a nation just by donation? How can you run a nation without tax? Hey! Listen, I need to set a trend to show to the world, to show to the future, to show to the humanity our past, the glorious Hindu civilization built nations centered on temples, did it not with any tax by any government. It was voluntary contributions of inspired Hindus. Go and read even the Chola history. If it was built by the tax money of the government, why will Rajaraja Chola and all other Cholas write every detail of every donor? Not just what they donated to the temples, the stone plaques, the stone carvings, stone inscriptions in many of the temples talks not just about the endowments kings, queens made. It talks about the donations given to temple. So they set a trend. Sungam tavirtha solargal seida alayangal. Sungam tavirthu solargal ஆலயம் சார்ந்த அரசுகள் செய்து சைவத்தையும் புனரமைத்தார்கள், நாட்டையும் நடத்தினார்கள். The glorious past of enlightened Hindu civilization, those kings built temple-centered nations by voluntary contributions, ran the nation, operated the temple-centric nations by voluntary contributions. Listen, they might have used the tax money for army. They might have used the tax money for some other purposes. But even during their time, temples were built by voluntary contributions. Temple-centric civilizations were run by voluntary contributions. I need to prove that to the world. Hinduism is a living civilization. It still has a stamina, strength, energy, excitement, intensity, power to build, revive, rebuild, run, flourish temple-centric civilization just by voluntary contribution. It's a trend I am setting. You don't need to sell Hinduism. You just demonstrate Hinduism. People are there from all over the world just seeing the goodness of Hinduism to pour wealth. I need to set this trend. I need to give confidence to the next generation. I need to give confidence to the next generation. Some of the close devotees asked me this very important question. They asked me, Swamiji, you are always in Sahaja Samadhi. Anything you say is Paramashiva's words, we all know. Why should you give a Bhava Darshan of Devi Bhava Darshan, like going to altered state of consciousness and talking like different? You are in a different altered state of consciousness and talking in a different language, different slang. Why should all that is needed? I tell you, I need to give confidence to those people who are in the root level, who are continuously working with common men, guiding them, helping them, supporting them through this altered state of consciousness, Arulvak methodologies. I need to tell them, don't be afraid, you are not illegitimate, you are not wrong, you are part of our Hindu tradition. It is our lifestyle. Have sincere trust in our indigenous culture and indigenous traditions, indigenous methodology of lifestyle, indigenous culture and glory. Have every village the Arulvak temples, the Adinams, mutts, gurukuls. So what I do is not just for Kailasa. I need to set a trend. So many times people ask me, Swamiji, especially those sannyasis and the team living around me, running the administration of Kailasa, the ministers, they all ask me, Swamiji, because they know in my personal life, I never wear any jewelry or anything. The moment the satsang is over in my personal life, you will see me only with ordinary one Rudraksha mala, with my simple kavi cloth, sitting and laughing and doing my work. Swamiji, usually the public figures, celebrities, public figures, outside they will try to show that they are very austere and simple, but inside they will be luxurious. But here you are other way around. Your personal life inside, you are too simple, ordinary, too humble, too simple and living your pure sannyas lifestyle of poverty, and but outside you are wearing so much of jewels and throne, which constantly people abuse. Why should you need to use all this in the outside, even though you are absolutely detached? We all know because we live around you. Why should you use this outside, especially when so much of criticism, abuse from anti-Hindu forces and anti-Hindu, Hindu music, Hindu-phobic Hindu music forces? I tell you, what I am doing, not just for me or Kailasa, it is to set a trend, setting a trend for future gurus. This all our culture, this all our tradition, indigenous tradition should be revived. That is why one of the biggest tyaga I have done is tyaga of trying to have a good name. Good. I have just sacrificed that. to revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma in all its dimensions. And I tell you, that is why the Hindu phobic forces, Hindu music forces relentlessly attack me, because everything they were working so hard to destroy last 300-400 years, everything I am reviving with tremendous confidence. Confidence like a Rudra. Because I need to not only set a trend for my disciples, but for the whole revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. It's my responsibility. That is why this throne, these gold jewels, everything, these are the cultural glory of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. These all need to be revived, retold, redemonstrated to the world. Whether the jewels I wear or the throne I sit or this declaration, just through donations I will run KAILASA, all that is setting a trend for the future gurus of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. I am showing to the world, hey, oh Hindu gurus, Hindu religious leaders, Hindu spiritual leaders, you don't need to have a self-doubt whether Hinduism will be accepted. If I preach the pure Hinduism without getting diluted, without becoming secular, if I just stand for pure Hinduism, will the world accept? Will I be able to survive? Will I get my food? Don't worry. You don't need to dilute Hinduism. You don't need to rename Hinduism. You don't need to make the secular version of Hinduism. You don't need to be afraid of Hindu-phobic, Hindu-mesic forces and coat yourself with a secular paint or brand yourself with a secular paint or put yourself into the secular pill and theology light. You don't need to become. You don't need to become theology light. You don't need to go around the world discrediting Hinduism for its great contributions. You don't need to be shy about the Hindu identity. Hardcore Hinduism is successful. You don't need to sell. Hardcore Hinduism, living itself, is successful. It brings everything auspicious to you. To establish that truth, to prove that truth to the world, I declare KAILASA is tax-free. Sungam tavirtha solan marabil. Vandavan என்பதால் கைலாயத்திலும் அனைத்து சுங்கமும் தவிர்த்தோம். We Hindus need to have a confidence on ourselves. We can run our temples, which our ancestors built. We can administer our temples. We have enough intelligence to run temple-centric nation itself, not just temple. Temple-centric nation. Before British invaded, before colony period, we were temples nation. Temples nation. Temples government. Now, after British invaded and took over, we became government's temple. See the difference? Before British invaded, we were temple's government. Once these 9 Togaidiyas were destroyed, we became government's temple. I want to tell the world, my ancestors had capacity and intelligence to run temple government. They had time, they had treasure, they had talent, they were able to be successfully run temple government. Listen, before the invasion, British invasion or Islamic invasion, all the destructions, we were temple government. But after the invasion, we never recovered and became government temple. Instead of temple's government, we became government's temple. I need to infuse energy into the spine of the Hindus by demonstrating, not just by talking, by demonstrating, by reviving, showing the model temple government, temple's government, temple-centric government of the nation is possible. Temple-centric nation, temple-centric government, temple's government, not government's temple. I need to set a trend. Paramashiva's grace, he himself is doing because he has given the methodology. The greatest software agama. He has given time, treasure, talent, energy, knowledge, everything to demonstrate it to the world. The temple nation, temple government is possible. by demonstrating, I will revive the confidence in the spine of the Hindus, core consciousness of the Hindus. The whole destruction happened due to the invasion. I can just put it in these two words. Temple government became government's temple. That is the destruction. Now it is time to demonstrate to the world again, temple's nation, temple's government is possible, viable, successful, expanding. You don't need to be shy about your Hindu identity. Unabashedly Hindu. Hinduism is the greatest enlightened knowledge civilization. Paramashiva is manifesting and reviving, re-establishing this enlightened civilizational nation. Come, enjoy, share, celebrate, enrich and enjoy, share, celebrate. I'll continue with more details, further satsangs. I do have some of the visuals from some of our self-governing land, Sarvasvatantratva, like a autonomous region. One of the autonomous region has a beautiful, large water fountain, something like 60 meter, almost 60 meter means too large. And waterfall. We have some visuals and photos and all that. I'll share those videos, photos, visuals and all that soon. And some of them have a small waterfalls also, like 100 feet. The 60 meter one is too tall. It looks too much. Anyhow, I'll share one by one details and photos and all that details in further satsangs, and also share my vision exactly what we are up to and what we are doing and what we are going to contribute to the world, the humanity at large. By reviving every enlightened knowledge traditions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we are serious. I want to tell the world, we are serious and sincere about reviving the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. All of you should know again, I am repeating, we do have sovereign land also. We have spiritual embassies and we have embassies with diplomatic relations like regular other nations, and we have autonomous lands, territories, and we have sovereign land also. As I already revealed few on Guru Purnima, next few days on every auspicious day, I'll reveal few more details. All of you remember this. What invasion did to us is we were temple-centered nation, temple's government. We became government's temple due to invasion. That is the worst degradation happened. Paramashiva's grace, now Paramashiva himself is manifesting to revive. We should get back from government's temple to temple-centered government, temple's nation, temple's government. So, with this, I bless you all. Be blissful.
Nithyanandam, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
Please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.